Hello lovely bead fans, it's Sam back here with another little video, our Czech Beads Exclusive Unveiling for this month, and obviously I think it's going to be March this month. I'm here with my cup of tea. Hope you've got whatever drink you like, you know, whatever cocktail. What time is it where you are? So let's get into it straight away. I've not opened this box yet. I'm opening it up with you. That's my dog's nails you can hear on the kitchen floor. Hi, Glory. Right, so what do we have here? A Breath of Spring. So this is the March box. Now, just a quick note that the Czech beads are listed as a UNESCO cultural heritage, carrying centuries-old traditions, and they're all beautiful, curated boxes in these collections. A once a month subscription. You can cancel at any time, and it's $26.99 a month. You get around about $110, $120 worth of beads, and quite often beads that you won't see anywhere else. Absolutely gorgeous boxes. Full transparency. They send me a box gratis so that I can open it with you. But I have to say that before they did that, I used to buy this box myself. They're brilliant beads. Okay, so let's have a look in. As usual, I will try my best to link everything up to the descriptions, but you know what? I'm rubbish at that, so I'll try my best. So let's get in and have a look, shall we? Let's get going. Right, obviously don't forget that they're all glass, these beads, and they also, quite often, will send you some little charms or other jewellery making paraphernalia. Look at these gorgeous little charms, double-sided. Beautiful on a bracelet or on some earrings. Gorgeous. So, and also to say that if you spot something that you like, you know, there's some beads in here that you really enjoy, you go into www.kraftika.shop, pop in the code, and then you can find the commensurate beads or findings or whatever, and you can order however many you like. That's the whole point. Quite a lot of the time, you know, you'll get some beads in this box that are actually exclusive to the box, indeed. So let's have, oh gosh, right, okay. If you've watched my unboxings before, you'll know I spend most of my time going ooh and ah, and look at how gorgeous these are. And look at these, how gorgeous are these? They're really, really nice, aren't they? So I've no idea what they are. Let's not even bother. What I might do is I might just write down in the description box down below if I can. If I don't get round to it, have a look at Alicia from Beautiful Nights. She does one of these unboxings and she's so much better at it than me. I think she writes down all the codes and all the descriptions. All I can say is that these are absolutely gorgeous. And I can see these in an earring. They're almost like, I mean, obviously they've got a gold relief, but they're almost like a metallic wash over the top. They're absolutely so pretty. So pretty. So we'll put those back in there. These boxes are all curated. Oh gosh. So you'll find that every bead and every finding looks like it would go with everything else, you know? Beautiful. Look at that. That's a quite a large rounded coin type of bead. That's really, really pretty. And again, I'm looking through and I don't want to spend all my time trying to find, you know, what that exactly is, because I can't. Here we go. No, white gold patina. Oh, here we go. White gold patina Vesna flower coin round bead, 18 millimeters. That's really pretty. Hello, neighbour's dog. The neighbour's dog is out and about today. So that's really, really pretty, isn't it? Let's have a look what we have here. Okay, so we've got some, they look like 11Os. So they're just literally little seed beads. So they're crystal blue sapphire, preciosa seed beads. And they are 11Os. Now I use a lot of seed beads in my faffings, and they will go very nicely into my stash. Beautiful, I won't take them out the bag because I don't need to, but they are literally like a blue sapphire colour. They're gorgeous, very pretty. Oh, here we go, and another purple luster Vesna flower coin round bead. Again, the same as the gold and white one, but this is in like a very, very pretty sort of, gosh, like it is like a creamy milky purple with like a wash over the top. Very pretty. Very unusual, actually. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like those a lot. A lot. But I say that about everything. I don't think there's one box that I've ever had, either paid or unpaid, actually, that I haven't enjoyed. So these are amethyst purple luster round preciosa seed beads, again an 11.0. You know what? The camera never ever does these things justice, I don't think. So you'll be able to see if you do get, you know, if you do subscribe and get this month's box, you'll be able to see just how pretty they are. Again, 11.0s. Great size for all sorts of things. Okay, so these look like melon beads. Let's have a look. Opaque white melon round beads in an 8mm. Really pretty. I love melon beads. And in fact, if you do some bead weaving, you can, you know, sew 15.0s into the recesses, you know, make some really pretty things with melon beads. They're really cute. Can you hear? All glass beads. So I've got my little triangle with me this week. Pop those in there. Very pretty. So what else have we got? I think, like I've said before, I think Kraftika must sit down around the table, you know, months in advance and decide, you know, how to curate each box. Again, beautiful 11.0s by the looks of that. And let's have a look. Matte gold. No, they're definitely not matte gold. Gosh, they're not 8.0s either. Anyway, they're sort of like they are sort of like a olive green type, like an olive gold, if that makes sense. They're really pretty. I like those a lot, actually, because you don't get, you know, you get black, you get white, red, whatever. It's nice to see some slightly more unusual colours. So good amount of seed beads in here. Actually, I think those might be 8.0s. Looking at it. Very possibly. Anyway, they're beautiful, whatever they are. And here we go. Well, these are cute. A couple of little charms. Now, these are like little birds. Little silver birds with little gold wash over the top. They're really cute. Cute. Look at those. Yeah. It's a matte gold patina. Silver Easter hen bird animal charm, 15 by 13. They're cute. Of course, we've got Easter arriving at some point soon, haven't we? So perfect. They're really sweet. I like those a lot. I've had those before, actually, which I put in a bracelet for one of my daughter's friends. Very cute. So what do we have here? These are like pinch beads, are they? I'm no expert in beads, actually, but you know, I like little sort of bicone type things, and like a very creamy, milky creamy colour. Very pretty indeed. Let's see if I can find them quickly. If I can't, let's not bother. No, I can't. But anyway, they're very pretty. Like I say, this isn't my forte. But I do like to go ooh and ah over beads, as you well know. Oh, here we go. So we've got some purple. Yeah, they are pinch bicone, purple pinch bicone beads. So yeah, they are pinch beads. Very pretty. So we have some sort of milky purple ones here. The camera isn't picking up the beauty of these colours. I've got to be honest, guys. That they're really pretty beads. Yeah, you could use those for all sorts of things. Yeah. Slightly more than that packet. Beautiful, lovely. So let's keep going. I'm seeing a bit of a theme, like a purple and gold and cream theme going on here, and then oh, that just blows me out of the water. So we've got some absolutely lovely fire polish beads here. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're really pretty, actually. Look at those. What a lovely azure type of blue. I mean, that reminds me of the summer, you know, beautiful holidays with, you know, the sky looking that really deep, beautiful blue. Aren't they gorgeous? So let's have a look. Dark blue Senegal gold marble patina round faceted fire polish beads in a 4mm. I think that might be those. Shine blue round faceted fire polish. That's what those are. Absolutely gorgeous. They've like almost got a, a grainy, sort of more matte texture to them. They're really pretty. Really pretty indeed. Let's keep going. So let's get going. Ooh, more melon beads. These are matte gold melon round beads. No, they're not. They're 8mm, those ones. Don't know. Anyway, they're beautiful. Lemony. Here we go. Crystal yellow silver patina wash round melons in an 8mm. Again, super pretty beads. Super, super pretty. So they're sort of semi-transparent, but they've got this gorgeous wash over the top of them. Oh gosh, yes. I've got some ideas flowing for these. I know we're not quite there yet, but I'm getting a hint of sort of spring, which is obvious. A breath of spring, Sammy, well done. But I am getting a really, really good hint of spring in this box. Oh, now then, more melon beads. These are sort of half white, half blue. Gosh, they're pretty, aren't they? Look at those. They're really nice. Let me see. They're really, really pretty. Nope. Can't think what they are, but they're like, you know, the same colour as kind of this, with like a milky white as well. They're really, really pretty also. Loving, loving, loving. So let's go ahead and have a look and see. We can, you know, we keep going here. So we have another couple of little charms. Let's have a look. They're cute. Little leaf charms. Yeah, metal. Yeah, really, really pretty and super shiny. So I'm loving the gold actually, and you know, the gold sort of aspects in this box this month. Again, perfect for bracelets, earring charms, that kind of thing. And still we're going. Now then, these are little round druks. So that's white AB, half round druk pressed beads in a 4mm. Gosh, they're pretty. So like a white with an AB coating on the half. They're very unusual too. Look how pretty they are. Really, really unusual beads. And I love the fact that they are all glass. I know I wibble on about it, and I do wibble on about it, but I love these beads. Really, really good quality. Don't forget, you know, if you treat yourself to something like this once a month, it's a really nice surprise. Or if you're like me and you like to have a look at unboxing videos and have a look at what you're actually going to get through the post, you know, this kind of video whets your appetite and you can, you know, have a look and see what's coming. Pretty. Beautiful. Don't forget they're coming from the Czech Republic, guys. So if there's anybody out there who's sort of, you know, these little flowers, aren't they cute? Anybody out there who's sort of in, you know, not around the Czech Republic area or even in Europe, you know, you guys in the States and Australia and that kind of thing, just give them a little bit of time to get to you. Obviously, they can't control the postal service. Gosh, look at these. They're cute too. I love those. Look at those. Let's have a look. No, 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 no. Flower sun focals. No. They're really cute though. I like those. Yeah, I like those a lot. Little flower beads, obviously. Hawaiian flower beads. Something along those kind of lines. So as you can see, we've got a bit of a theme going. And here we are. These are dark blue, Senegal, gold marble patina round faceted fire polish beads. That's a bit of a mouthful for an extremely pretty bead. Now this, you know what? That blue reminds me very much of an extremely good quality lapis blue. Very, very pretty bead. Very pretty bead indeed. I like those an awful lot. Yeah, with a beautiful gold wash over the top. Very pretty. And look how sparkly that is. I like those. I know I like everything. And as usual at the end, see if you can guess which are my favourites. Bet you can't guess so far, can you? Always, always handy to have in your stash some beautiful druks. These press Pressed glass duck beads are just gorgeous. And they are just literally white duck beads. They're absolutely beautiful. Can't see those listed. White round spacer beads. That could be them. 5mm, because they do actually look a little larger than 4s. So I think that might be those. They're classing them as white spacer beads here, 5mm. Just gorgeous. A great thing to have in your stash, I think. Good fillers, you know. So if you're wanting to make a long necklace or, you know, like a spectacles cord, you know, or a lanyard or something like that, I think this would be beautiful. Okay, so we have, oh gosh, look at these. Oh gosh, they're pretty. Look how pretty they are. Oh, look. They're so nice. White enamel, gold, rhinestone butterfly strass charms, 12 by 15mm. Look at how pretty they are. See if I can bring it up close. Is that, yeah, I'm hoping that is focusing. They're really, really pretty. Super, super good quality. I like those very much. In fact, I think they're heading for my mum. She would love those in a pair of earrings. Yeah, like those very much. Okay, so we've got some mini little gold ones here. So matte gold melon pumpkin round beads. They're 4mm. Again, with like a really pretty sort of almost matte finish to those. Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. As always, Kraftika, you knock it out of the park with these boxes. I love these boxes. So much fun to unbox with you guys. I love it. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. So white gold patina wash, eyed ship oval, I think that is. I think that's what that one is, and that's a 20 by 9. Yeah, so 20 by 9. That's a very pretty focal bead. So I can imagine that you could, you know, wrap that as a ring maybe, or even an east-west ring. You know, there's all sorts of things you can do with these beads. And again, glass. All glass. Lots of class. And we're going still. Oh gosh, these are unusual. A couple of things left. These are pretty. Look at those. I love those. Gosh, what are those? Oh, I need to find out what they are. I'm not sure what they are, but I need to find out what they are. I think are they white gold wash flat oval carved beads maybe, but they're really, really pretty. Look at those. I like those a lot. Look at the shine on those guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're nearly there. See if you can tell which my favourites are from this month's box. And here we are with some 4mm half coated druks. They're just gorgeous. Look at those. So they're white AB half round druk press beads in a 4mm. Look at those. And again, it just reminds me of Santorini, or, you know, some beautiful location with dark blue sky. Yeah. Oh, it's making me crave a holiday, a vacation, I have to say. And that's the end of the box, I'm afraid. But look at all that you get for $26.99. I mean, it's just superb value for money, I think, and a lovely treat to yourself. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to this box, you can cancel at any time. You're under no obligation. Suggest you have a look in my description box down below, and I will give you all of the information, not only for the lovely people at Kraftika and their website, but also how to subscribe to this box. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I'm going to say that these, and I think probably these, and what else? I usually try and pick 3 for my favourites. These are my favourites this month. So I'll speak to you soon, and take care of yourselves. Bye.